113. YOOTRON. The people are called YOOTRONS in the galaxy of you. They make toys. I got there on the morning space bus and headed to the Wisha Inn, and when I got there all the lights was on and I opened the door and the place was full. Every table was full and everyone was eating. I went up to the counter and a big man was sitting in a really big chair. He said, "How can I help you? I would like to have a room." He said, "All the rooms are full except one and that is for the boss." I said I would like to have that room. He looked at me and said, "Only if you are Jack Wisha." I said I am. He just looked at me and then got up and come over and said, "I want to see it." I took it out and passed it to him, and then he passed it back and said, "Wow, it has been a long time since you have been here." He turned around and grabbed the key and passed it to me. "That room has not been used for a long time." I said, "Next time I will call ahead to reserve the room so from now on you can rent it out for 20 more a night. It is the biggest room there is here." He said that will work. I guess this is the place to eat in the morning. He said we have a good cook and everyone wants to eat here for breakfast, but it slows down after lunch. Dinner is kind of slow all week. It gets pretty busy here on the weekends now. We have to pay a little more for the cook, but it seems to be worth it. We even raised the prices per item a little too. I did not make a difference. Everyone come in and ordered a lot of stuff per person. Business here on the YOOTRON is very good. We have plenty of help and all kinds of stuff to make. I guess that is why we almost never get any ads from here. But I am here to see if I can get some. He said, "Well, good luck. Time to go to my room, and can you bring up a big breakfast?" He said okay. I went upstairs and opened the door and went in, and I guess the room has been empty for a long time. It seemed like it. The room really needs to be cleaning from top to bottom. I called down and said, "Can you send someone up to clean the room and change all the sheets and blankets?" He said, "Okay, I have someone I send right up and clean it. If you come down and get breakfast, I will send her right up to clean the room." I said I will be right down. I grabbed my suitcase and went downstairs. Most of the tables are empty now and I sat at the one I like to sit at. I was not very long and he brought out breakfast and it looked good. I was good, and now I see why everyone comes here for breakfast now. I ate and I said I would like to use the phone and phone book so I can make some calls. He said okay, use my office in back of the counter. I said thanks and went back there and made some calls. Some was interested and some was not. Well, I guess everything here is okay and I will catch the night space bus out of here. I left the office and said, would they have my room done yet? He said it's going to take some time to get it cleaned. I have 2 people on it. I said thanks. I guess I will just go for a walk. He reached behind the counter and pulled out an umbrella and said, you will need this because it rains without any warning here. I said thank and went for a walk around town, and there are a lot of companies here. I walked slowly back to the inn, and when I got there and opened the door, the place was full again and everyone was eating. I looked at the time and it was dinner time. I did not realize I was gone that long. I found a table and sat down, and the waitress come over and said, "What would you like, sir?" I said a fish sandwich and fries and diet drink. "Thank you, and that will be right up, sir." I said thank you. It was not long and she brought it over and I ate, and it was good. After I got done eating, I went over to the counter and said, "Is the room done now?" He said, "Yes, it is, and you can go right up now." I got my suitcase from behind the counter and went to my room. I went in, and boy, what a difference. It does not even look like the same room. I sat at the desk and it was about 2 hours before the night space bus comes in, so I guess I will call the office anyway. I called and Jane answered and she said, "Hi, Jack." I said, "How did you know it was me?" She said, "The caller it." I said yes, that gave me away. How is everything going? She said fine. She said how is everything going on there? I said the inn is really busy with selling food and the rooms are all full too. I want you to pull the bank records for the inn here and see how much has been deposited in the account in the last month and how many is on the payroll and as much as you can find out. She said I will get back with as soon as I can. I said love you and she said love you and both hung up. I sat in the chair and watched TV for a while. It was just about an hour and the phone rang and it was Jane and she said we do show some deposits but not enough to pay all the bills. Everything is on and if the rooms have been all rented there should have been a lot deposited in the bank at least once a week. I will have to go and edit the books and see where all the money is going. She said I guess you will have to. I said thank hun and talk to you later. She said okay bye. I hung up and boy I am in for some interesting times now. I need to see the books and where all the money went for the rooms and food. All the bills for the food and who is working and all kinds of stuff. I called downstairs and I asked him to come to my room and he said I will be right up there. He come to the door and I went over and opened it and I said come in and have a seat. We both went and sat down. I looked at him and said now the reason I am here is the bank account and what is going on here don't match. I would like to see the books. He said okay and come with me. I followed him downstairs and he went into the office and he brought out this big book and passed it to me. I said thanks. I took the book upstairs and I said okay follow me back upstairs. We both went upstairs and sat down and I looked through the books and everything looked good. Except for one thing. I said everyone here has to be on the Wisha payroll and paid through the office. We have to take out taxes for everyone that works here. It looks like no taxes have been taken out for a long time and it looks like no one is on the payroll. Not even you. Okay now this is how it's supposed to work. All the money that is taken in is deposited in the bank every day. You turn in all the bills, food, light, gas, oil, and what is spent here. We pay the bills out of the checking account here. This way we can keep track of how much is taken in and how much is spent. When you want to hire someone you call the office and say I have someone I want to hire and we send someone out and they bring all the paperwork and then they are put on the payroll. You email us a copy of the time cards and we send all the information to the bank and they write the checks out and you can go Friday and pick up the checks and give them out. Is there a computer here? He looked at me and said yes there is in the office. You guys sent one but it was never set up. No one here knows how to run one. I said we can take care of that. I will call the office and I will send someone out to get you started on how to run the computer and with all the paperwork to get everyone on the payroll. He will get all the information when he gets here but I want some now, so I can put it in my report. I need everyone's name and how much they are getting paid per hour or per day or per week, however you have paid them, and as many receipts for the rooms, food and whatever else you have. He said okay I can give you that now and all the bills are paid. Phone, food as it comes in, lights, and whatever else we need is paid for. I said that is good. I just hope you give room receipts and keep a copy. He said I have all the room receipts where someone has rented one. I just hope you went by what was set for a price per room. He said I never seen a price sheet and I have been charging them what I thought the room was worth here. I said yes there is a set price for every planet and this one was set at and I gave him the price and said boy you are really low and he said we get more than that here. I said well that is good. How much did you deposit in the bank of what you took in? He said I made a deposit at the end of the month on what was left over from paying every out. I said okay, that is why there is money in the account. We have been going through all the accounts for all the planets and this one come up and we was wondering why there was nothing going on with the checking account and nothing was being paid out of it. We never received a bill or email for anyone that was working there, so there were just no flags that come up on the account. Pay out more than what's coming in and then it would be checked out, but that never happened. He said, okay, now what happens? I will call the office and someone will come out and train you to use the computer and get everyone on the payroll, and all you have to do from then on is scan the bills and time cards and the information will be sent to the bank and the bank will take care of everything. He said, okay, sounds good to me. It is time for me to go have soon and there is someone else to take over tonight and I will tell him what is going on. I said that will be good and it is time for me to go to my room and make some calls. He said, okay, if I don't see you again soon, have a good trip back. I said thank you, and you now will not have to so much to take of things now. He said that is right, I don't have to make sure all the bills are paid and pay everyone, and now it will be really easier to do your job now. He said, I guess you are right. It is really going to make my job easier. I said once you get the hang of working the computer it will seem to be really easy over time. He said that sounds good. I said, well, I have to go now, the space bus will be here soon and I am heading home. He said, okay, I will talk to you the next time you are here. I said, keep in touch. Call once in a while. He said, okay, and I got up and went to my room and got my suitcase and went to the space bus station, and just as I got there the bus pulled in. I got on and went to my room and made a call to the office telling them I am on my way home. She said, good, I will have supper ready for you. Then we took off. Story done by Jack Wisha.